A grand welcome to Iota Studies Online. അപ്പോൾ നമ്മൾ ഡിസ്കസ് ചെയ്യാൻ പോകുന്നത് കോംപ്ലക്സ് നമ്പർ എന്ന ടോപ്പിക്കാണ്. ദിസ് ഈസ് ഫോർ ക്ലാസ് 11 and also for IIT JEE aspirants. So this is our first lecture of complex number. We will start from the basics, right? പിന്നെ നമ്മൾ പതുക്കെ അതിലെ ലെവൽ ഇൻക്രീസ് ചെയ്യും. നമുക്ക് റിയൽ നമ്പർ ഉണ്ട്, ഇമാജിനറി നമ്പർ ഉണ്ട്. റിയൽ നമ്പർ എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ എനി നമ്പർ that can be represented on a number line. നമ്മുടെ നമ്പർ ലൈനിൽ റെപ്രസെന്റ് ചെയ്യാൻ പറ്റിയ ഏതൊരു നമ്പറും റിയൽ നമ്പർ. That is denoted by capital letter R. So what is an imaginary number? Imaginary number is nothing but square root of any negative real number is called imaginary number. Right? അപ്പോൾ പിന്നെ ഇമാജിനറി നമ്പറിനൊരു പ്രത്യേകത ഉണ്ട്. നമുക്കറിയാം രണ്ട് പോസിറ്റീവ് നമ്പർ, പോസിറ്റീവ് റിയൽ നമ്പർ നമ്മൾ മൾട്ടിപ്ലൈ ചെയ്താൽ again we will get a positive real number, right? രണ്ട് നെഗറ്റീവ് റിയൽ നമ്പർ നമ്മൾ മൾട്ടിപ്ലൈ ചെയ്താൽ നമുക്ക് എന്ത് കിട്ടും? We will get a positive number, right? But when we are multiplying two imaginary numbers, the result is always a negative real number, right? So keep in mind, നമ്മൾ രണ്ട് ഇമാജിനറി നമ്പർ മൾട്ടിപ്ലൈ ചെയ്യണം. അപ്പൊ അതിന്റെ റിസൾട്ട് എന്തായിരിക്കും? That is a real number, but that is a negative real number. The square root of a negative real number is called an imaginary number. Okay, we are representing complex number by using the letter Z. നിങ്ങൾക്ക് പൊതുവെ കാണാം Z is equal to X plus iota Y, right? Then what is X and what is Y? X and Y are real numbers, right? In X നമ്മൾ പറയും real part of complex number and Y is called imaginary part of complex number, right? ഇവിടെ X ഉം Y ഉം real numbers ആണ്. That is X and Y belongs to R. Then what is iota? Iota is root of -1. -1 is a negative real number, right? Then the term iota Y is called imaginary number. X and Y belongs to R. ഇത് രണ്ടും real numbers ആണ്. Iota Y. This is our imaginary number. Okay. അപ്പൊ നമുക്ക് ഇങ്ങനെ എഴുതാം. Real part of complex number. So we are denoting complex number by this letter Z. So real part of complex number can be denoted by real of Z is equal to X. This will denote the real part of Z, right? And imaginary part of Z. Imaginary part of Z. That is denoted by imaginary, that is Im of Z. That is equal to Y, right? So this is the usual notation for imaginary part and real part. Here X is a real number, right? And Y also a real number, right? And this iota times Y is the imaginary number, right? Imaginary number. So I am writing a negative real number. -2 is a negative real number. അപ്പൊ നമ്മൾ ഇതിന്റെ സ്ക്വയർ റൂട്ട് എടുക്കുക. ഇതിന്റെ സ്ക്വയർ റൂട്ട് is equal to an imaginary number. അതെങ്ങനെ നമ്മൾ ഡിനോട്ട് ചെയ്യുക? √2 ടൈംസ് അയോട്ട, റൈറ്റ്? Then square root of -4 is an imaginary number. This is denoted by 2 times iota. Now square root of -10.5, right? -10.5 is a negative real number. And this is an imaginary number denoted by square root of 10.5 times iota. All right. So this is the representation of imaginary number. So this is an imaginary number. 2 times iota is an imaginary number. Square root of 10.5 times iota is also an imaginary number. അപ്പോൾ നമുക്ക് അയോട്ടയുടെ കുറച്ച് പ്രോപ്പർട്ടീസ് നോക്കാം. പ്രോപ്പർട്ടീസ് ബേസ്ഡ് നമുക്ക് കുറച്ച് ഇൻട്രസ്റ്റിംഗ് പ്രോബ്ലം ചെയ്യാം. We know iota is equal to square root of -1, right? Then what is iota square? നമ്മൾ ഇതിനെ സ്ക്വയർ ചെയ്യുക. സോ വി ഗെറ്റ് iota square that is equal to square root of -1 the whole square. So square root get cancelled. So that is equal to -1. So iota square is equal to -1. What is iota cube? Iota cube means iota into iota square. That means iota multiplied by iota square. Iota square value is -1. So iota multiplied by -1. That is equal to minus iota. Now iota raised to 4. We can write iota square multiplied by iota square. That is -1 into -1. That is equal to 1. Right. Or we can write iota raised to 4. That is equal to iota cube multiplied by iota. What is iota cube? Iota cube is equal to minus iota multiplied by iota. Right. So this is equal to minus of iota multiplied by iota. That is iota square. Iota square is equal to -1. So minus of -1. That is equal to 1. Right. So നമുക്ക് ഈ 4 ഒന്ന് ആഡ് ചെയ്യാം. Right. What I am going to do is iota plus iota square plus iota cube plus iota raised to 4. What is the value of this? നമുക്കറിയാം ഈ അയോട്ടയുടെ അയോട്ട ആയിട്ട് തന്നെ എഴുതി. What is iota square? That is equal to -1. So iota plus -1 plus iota cube, that is equal to minus iota plus iota raised to 4. Iota raised to 4 എന്ന് പറയുന്നത് 1. Right. So iota and minus iota get cancelled. -1 and +1 get cancelled. So the sum is equal to 0. Right. That means iota plus iota square plus iota cube plus iota raised to 4. This is equal to 0. Right. ഇനി നമുക്ക് 1 plus iota plus iota square plus iota cube. Right. What is the value of this expression? നമുക്ക് നോക്കാം. 1 plus iota. Right. Then we have iota square. So iota square is equal to -1. So -1. Then iota cube. Iota cube is equal to minus iota. Right. So 1 minus 1 iota minus iota. So this is also is equal to 0. Right. 1 plus iota plus iota square plus iota cube. This is also is equal to 0. Right. So we have two expressions. What's the value of iota raised to 5? Iota multiplied by iota raised to 4. So we know iota raised to 4, that is equal to 1. Iota multiplied by 1, that is equal to iota. Iota raised to 6, that is equal to iota multiplied by iota raised to 5. So iota raised to 5 is replaced by iota. That is equal to iota square. So that is equal to -1. Then iota raised to 7, that is iota multiplied by iota raised to 6. So iota multiplied by iota raised to 6 and -1. Iota raised to 8. We can find that is equal to iota square the whole raised to 4. Iota square -1 the whole raised to 4. That is equal to 1. Calculate iota raised to 8. That is equal to iota multiplied by iota raised to 7. This is equal to iota. Iota raised to 7 എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ that is equal to minus iota. So iota multiplied by minus iota. So that is equal to minus iota square. Okay. So minus iota square എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ -1. So minus into of -1, that is equal to 1. Right. നമുക്ക് കാണാൻ പറ്റും this sequence is repeating. Right. So iota iota square, iota cube, iota raised to 4. This is again repeating. So we can write iota raised to 5. That is iota is equal to iota raised to 5. Okay. Iota square. This is equal to iota raised to 6. Iota cube. This is equal to iota raised to 7. Iota raised to 4. That is equal to iota raised to 8. Now this again a repeat. Our iota raised to 5. We can write this is equal to iota raised to 8 9. iota raised to 6, that is equal to iota raised to 10. And iota raised to 7, that is equal to iota raised to 11. Iota raised to 8, that is equal to iota raised to 12. Right. That will repeat. So iota raised to 4 is equal to 1. Iota raised to 8 is equal to 1. Iota raised to 12 is equal to 1. That means in general, നമുക്ക് എങ്ങനെ എഴുതാം? Iota raised to 4k, where k is an integer. What is the value of this? This is equal to iota raised to 4 whole raised to k. And iota raised to 4. Iota raised to 4 എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ 1. 1 raised to k, that is equal to 1. So iota raised to 4k, where k is an integer. This is always results in 1. Alright. Iota raised to 4 times k is always results in 1. I am writing iota raised to 4k plus r. We can write this is equal to iota raised to 4k multiplied by iota raised to r. Right. The value of iota raised to 4k, this is equal to 1. So 1 multiplied by iota raised to r. So that is equal to iota raised to r. So we can write iota raised to 4k plus r. That is equal to iota raised to r. Suppose iota raised to 91. We can write this is equal to iota raised to 91 can be write as 4 multiplied by 22. 4 into 22 means 88 plus 3. Right. So we can write this is equal to iota raised to 4 multiplied by 22. So this term is a multiple of 4 whose value is always equal to 1. Multiplied by iota cube. So we can write this is equal to iota raised to 4 all raised to 22 multiplied by iota cube. It is iota cube, that is equal to minus iota. So this is equal to 1 raised to 22, that is equal to 1 multiplied by minus iota, that is equal to minus iota. Now iota raised to 198. What is the value? How many times 198 is divisible by 4? So we can write 198 divisible by 4 divided by 4. 4 times 16. In 38, how many times? 9 times, that is 36. And the remainder is 2. Iota raised to 198, that is equal to iota raised to 4 multiplied by 49 plus 2. Right. So this is equal to iota raised to 4 whole raised to 49 multiplied by iota square. The value of iota raised to 4, that is equal to 1. So we get 1 raised to 49 multiplied by iota square, that is minus 1. So the answer is equal to 1 into minus 1, that is equal to minus 1. Okay. So in this manner, we can reduce iota raised to any value. First, we have to write that value as a multiple of 4. Right. If k belongs to natural number, k belongs to n, we want to find the value of iota raised to 4k plus 1 minus iota raised to minus 4k minus 1 all divided by 2. This is equal to question. Okay. Now we can write iota raised to 4k plus 1, that is equal to iota raised to 4k multiplied by iota. Right. And iota raised to minus 4k minus 1, that can be write as iota raised to minus 4k into iota raised to minus 1. So we can write this is equal to iota raised to 4k multiplied by iota minus iota raised to minus 4k multiplied by iota raised to minus 1 whole divided by 2. Okay. Iota raised to 4k. This is equal to 1. What is iota raised to minus 4k? That also equal to 1. We can write iota raised to minus 4k. That is equal to 1 divided by iota raised to 4k. That is equal to 1 divided by iota raised to 4k. That is 1. 1 by 1. That is equal to 1. Okay. So we can write this is equal to iota minus iota raised to minus 1 divided by 2. What is iota raised to minus 1? That is iota square. This is equal to minus 1. So we can write this is equal to iota into iota. This is equal to minus 1. So iota is equal to minus 1 by iota. So minus 1 by iota can be replaced by iota. So this is equal to iota plus iota divided by 2 is equal to 2 times iota by 2. 2 and 2 get cancelled. This is equal to iota. So the answer is iota, right? Summation n varies from 1 to 100. Iota raised to n is equal to question mark. Right? Okay. What is the value of this summation? We can write this summation. This is equal to value of n starting from 1. So first term that become iota raised to 1. That's iota plus iota square plus iota cube plus iota raised to 4 up to how many terms? Up to 100 terms. That is iota raised to 100. Okay. So look at this expression. This is a GP, right? Geometric progression. How many terms? We have 100 terms. So n is equal to 100. But the first term is iota. Common ratio is also iota. So this is a GP having number of terms. N is equal to 100. First term A, that is equal to iota. And common ratio R, that also is equal to iota. Right. Now, what is the sum to n terms of a GP? Sum to n terms of a GP, that is equal to A multiplied by R raised to n minus 1 all divided by R minus 1. This is a formula, summation of n terms of a GP. നമുക്ക് ഇനി ഇതൊന്ന് simplify ചെയ്ത് നോക്കാം. Okay. So we can write S is equal to summation, that is equal to A. A is iota multiplied by iota raised to 100 minus 1 divided by iota minus 1. Okay. What is the value of this expression? The value of this expression is equal to iota multiplied by, what is iota raised to 100? We can write iota raised to 100 is iota raised to 4 into 25. 4 into 25 എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ 100 minus 1 whole divided by iota minus 1. Okay. Now what is the value of this term? Iota raised to 4 into 25. That is a multiple of 4. So we can write iota, this term we can write as iota raised to 4 whole raised to 25. Iota raised to 4 is 1. So 1 raised to 25. This is equal to 1. So in this expression, numerator term become iota multiplied by 1 minus 1 divided by iota minus 1. 1 minus 1 is equal to 0. That becomes iota into 0 divided by iota minus 1. Right. So this is equal to 0. So the value of this expression is equal to 0. Right. നമുക്ക് ഒരു പ്രോബ്ലം നോക്കാം. A simple problem. That is summation k varies from 1 to 11. Okay. Iota raised to k plus iota raised to k plus 1 is equal to question mark. ഇതിന്റെ വാല്യൂ എത്രയാണെന്നുള്ളത് നമുക്ക് കണ്ടുപിടിക്കണം. ഇതിനെ നമുക്ക് എങ്ങനെ എഴുതാം? We can write this expression that is equal to summation k varies from 1 to 11. Iota raised to k multiplied by 1 plus iota. Okay. നമുക്ക് ഇങ്ങനെ എഴുതാലോ. കിട്ടിയ iota raised to k എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞിട്ട് പുറത്തോട്ട് എടുത്തു. So iota raised to k into 1 plus iota. Right. രണ്ടും സെയിം എക്സ്പ്രഷൻ ആണല്ലോ. Right. Now ഇങ്ങോട്ട് നോക്കുക. This 1 plus iota. ഇവിടെ k ഇല്ല. Summation will depending only on k. അപ്പം this term is free from k. So that can be taken outside of the summation. ഇതിനെ നമുക്ക് സമ്മേഷന്റെ പുറത്തോട്ട് എടുക്കാം. So we can write this is equal to 1 plus iota, right, multiplied by summation k varies from 1 to 11 iota raised to k. Okay. Now we can write this is equal to 1 plus iota, right? In summation the value എത്ര വരും? That become iota plus iota square plus iota cube plus iota raised to 4 plus iota raised to 5 plus iota raised to 6 അങ്ങനെ 7 എത്ര ടൈം 11 വരെ iota raised to 8 plus iota raised to 9 plus iota raised to 10 plus iota raised to 8. നമ്മൾ എങ്ങനെ എഴുതി? ഇനി നമുക്ക് what's the value of iota plus iota square plus iota cube plus iota raised to 4? ഈ ടേമിന്റെ വാല്യൂ എത്രയാണ്? ഇത് നമ്മൾ പറഞ്ഞു ഇതിന്റെ വാല്യൂ is equal to 0. ഇനി iota raised to 5 means iota. Iota raised to 6 means iota square. This iota cube. This become iota raised to 4. This is again repeat, right? So the value of this term is also 0. So the remaining term is iota raised to 9 plus iota raised to 10 plus iota raised to 11. ഇത് നമുക്ക് എങ്ങനെ എഴുതാം? So we can write this is equal to 1 plus iota multiplied by this becomes 0, this becomes 0. Iota raised to 9 we can write as iota plus iota raised to 10 that is equal to iota square plus iota raised to 11 that become iota cube, right? Now this is equal to 1 plus iota, right, multiplied by iota plus what is iota square? Iota square is equal to minus 1 plus iota cube. Iota cube is equal to minus iota, right? No. So plus iota and minus iota will cancel. The remaining is minus 1. So this is equal to 1 plus iota multiplied by minus 1. That is minus 1 minus iota. This is the value of this summation, right? This is equal to minus 1 minus iota. In this manner, നമുക്ക് ഏതൊരു എക്സ്പ്രഷൻ വേണമെങ്കിലും സിംപ്ലിഫൈ ചെയ്യാം പ്രോബ്ലം. iota raised to n plus iota raised to n plus 1 plus iota raised to n plus 2 plus iota raised to n plus 3. This is equal to question mark. Okay. ഇത് നമുക്ക് എങ്ങനെ ചെയ്യാം? നമുക്ക് iota raised to n നെ കോമൺ ആയി പുറത്തോട്ട് എടുക്കാം. So we can write this is equal to iota raised to n കോമൺ ടേം പുറത്തെടുത്തു. 1 plus iota plus iota square plus iota cube, right? What is the value of this term? നമ്മൾ already പറഞ്ഞു the value of this is equal to 0. നമുക്ക് എഴുതി നോക്കാം. This is equal to iota raised to n 1 plus iota, right? What is iota square? That is equal to minus 1. Iota cube is equal to minus iota. So this gets cancelled. 1 and minus 1 gets cancelled. So this is equal to iota raised to n multiplied by 0. Okay. ഒരു ക്വസ്റ്റ്യൻ നോക്കാം. ഒരു ഡിവിഷൻ ക്വസ്റ്റ്യൻ, റൈറ്റ്? Now iota raised to 577 plus iota raised to 645 plus iota raised to 728 plus iota raised to 818. This whole divided by iota raised to 567, right? Plus iota raised to 635 plus iota raised to 718 plus iota raised to 800 and not 8. 8 not 8. This is equal to question mark. ഇത് നമ്മൾ എങ്ങനെ കാണും? ഇത് ന്യൂമറേറ്ററിലും ഡിനോമിനേറ്ററിലും കോമൺ ഏതാ വരുന്നത്? Common is equal to iota raised to 10 in the numerator, right? You can write this is equal to iota raised to 10 multiplied by iota raised to 10 is taken outside, so this becomes 567, right? Plus iota raised to, this time become 635 plus iota raised to this 718 plus iota raised to 808. This all divided by the denominator. Denominator is not same as that of the numerator. 567 plus iota raised to 635 plus iota raised to 718 plus iota raised to 808. Okay. So this term and this term get cancelled. Both are equal. So the remaining term is iota raised to 10. What is iota raised to 10? Iota raised to 10 is equal to iota square. Iota square is equal to minus 1. Right. So the value of this expression, that is equal to minus 1. Right. ഈ ക്ലാസ്സിൽ നമ്മൾ iota ഡിസ്കസ് ചെയ്തു and based on iota കുറച്ച് പ്രോബ്ലംസ് ചെയ്തു. Our next class we can discuss about complex numbers and we can do some problems in complex numbers. Okay. Thank you. Bye.